So who gets to claim this Bitcoin fortune?
That's the million-dollar question, or should I say the billion-dollar question. You've got the Department of Justice, Bitfinex, those former customers who lost their Bitcoin, and maybe even the hackers themselves trying to get a cut. It gets complicated.
Complicated how?
Well, the DOJ's position is interesting. They're saying neither Bitfinex nor its former customers actually qualify as victims under the law.
What? How's that even possible? The customers had their Bitcoin stolen. Bitfinex, their whole system was compromised.
I know, it's confusing. Their logic goes back to that statute of limitations thing. Since they can't prosecute for the actual 2016 hack, they're focusing on what happened after, the money laundering, the conspiracy that Lichtenstein and Morgan were convicted of.
So they're saying the crime isn't the theft, but what happened to the money afterwards? That seems like a loophole.
That's what the former customers are arguing. They're saying, hey, we're the ones who were actually harmed, and those tokens they got. And not exactly a fair trade for the Bitcoin they lost.
Yeah, those tokens were supposed to be like an IOU, but it's not like they performed anywhere close to the actual Bitcoin. So these customers are stuck in this legal limbo. Victims of the hack, but maybe not entitled to the recovered funds. What about Bitfinex? They're not just going to sit back and watch all this happen, are they?
Absolutely not. They're claiming to be the sole victims since the hackers stole directly from their platform. They're talking about financial losses, damage to their reputation. It's a legal free-for-all. Everyone wants a piece of that Bitcoin pie.
So who decides who gets what?
That's where the courts come in. There's a restitution hearing scheduled for February 25th, 2025. The judge will hear all the arguments and decide how to divvy up the recovered funds.
Wow, February 2025, that's a long way off. This whole case has been such a roller coaster, from the darknet to Wall Street to the courtroom.
It really shows how complex this world of cryptocurrency is and how the law is still trying to catch up.
Yeah, even when you catch the hackers and recover the Bitcoin, it's still not a simple case closed. Okay, so we've covered the hack itself, met the interesting couple behind it, and the FBI's incredible recovery of the stolen Bitcoin. The story doesn't end there. The big question now is, who gets to keep this massive $9 billion Bitcoin treasure?
It's a real legal showdown. The Department of Justice, Bitfinex, the original customers who lost their Bitcoin, maybe even the hackers themselves. They're all lining up, hoping to get a piece of that pie. It's a fascinating case study in how tricky things can get when you try to apply traditional laws to this new world of cryptocurrency.
It's almost like a game show gone wrong, right? Who wants to be a Bitcoin billionaire?
Huh.
But instead of answering trivia questions, we've got lawyers battling it out in court. And just to make things more interesting, the Department of Justice's stance on this whole thing is, well, unexpected.
Yeah, their position has raised a few eyebrows, to say the least.